I'm sorry, the mic was off that whole time. Let's do that again. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Welcome back to the second Simply Stream launch goal. We're off to a great start already. Alright, so we're just going to do a quick sound check. Thank you guys for telling me to turn the mic on. I have done so. But this time I'm hoping that we fix the left and right ear issue, which might have been a problem for people listening with headphones. So right now you should hear me speaking clearly in both your left ear and your right ear. For those of you who have more than two ears, I can't help you. Not sure what to do about that, but the left and right are good. Okay, the chat is telling me we're all good. We have solved the problems. Everyone say a big thank you to Ben. Ben did a lot of Googling and YouTubing to help me figure this out. So how is everyone doing tonight? Welcome back to Simply Stream Sunday. It's the second episode because I decided I had so much fun last week that we should do it again. So here we are. Yes, good job, Ben. Everyone thank Ben in the chat. All right. So, I did poll you guys last week on what time we should do the stream, and there were some people in Europe who I know wanted me to do this a bit earlier, and I totally hear you. I think most people voted to keep the same time, probably because you're in a North American time zone, so it's like a Sunday evening for most of us who are watching this live. But I totally hear everyone on the Europe side, and I think next week we're going to do the stream 2 hours earlier. I couldn't do that today because earlier today I was filming the podcast. Shout out to the Super Simps, which is Ben's name, which I hate, for those who watch the Simply Podlogical podcast, which is on YouTube and podcast platforms on Tuesdays. So we filmed that this morning. So I just, I needed a little break before I started streaming. But yeah, thank you for joining me live if you're here now in the chat. And if you're watching this after, that's cool because I plan on keeping these streams up on the channel unless, I reveal too much information about future Holo Taco collections. Then I might have to pull them. But my plan is to keep them up so you guys can watch them later on and join in when you can because not everyone lives on my time. Hello, everyone. Shout out to everyone in the world. I'm seeing everyone comment their country. Yes, hello Europe, hello Mexico, hello New Zealand. Shout out to everyone in the world. All right, so today let's talk about my hat. No. We are going to talk about the Holo Taco new collection that was just released yesterday. But first I want to show you guys some behind the scenes stuff that I thought was funny to share. So, do you like my hat? It does more nail art than me. It also just very nicely matches my outfit. I didn't even know. It's like the exact same blue. So, hold on. Let me figure out how to share my screen. You'll have to be patient because your mother is on a Windows computer. Okay, I don't know how to use Windows. I'm a Mac girl. We are doing a... Oh, it worked. Wow, that's me jumping. Okay. I took some pictures, which is very unlike me, taking pictures outside of my basement. As you may know, my entire Instagram is full of me in my basement, not doing anything different than holding Holo Taco or my cats or something. I'm not very good at Instagram, basically. But for the release of these hats, I thought it would be really fun and cool if we got some real life pictures of us out in the world. So Ben and I went on a big adventure. And we actually hired my friend, one of my good friends from university, to take these pictures in Ottawa. There was some really cool graffiti that was kind of neon, and I thought that's awesome. So here's some pictures. They will be showed on Holo Taco socials, but I thought you guys should get a sneak peek because it's kind of cool. And I never do photo shoots. Like, who is that? What is she doing? She looks like she's having fun. I did have fun. It also helps that the photographer was my friend. There's me with the manicure that we did last week. So now you know. Now you know. You saw it here first last week. We did the gradient of magenta jelly and purple slushy so I could match this particular hat. This is my favorite hat. I'm only wearing this one today because it matches, but you know, I like my options. And look, it's Ben. Look, it's your father. Your father is here to say he is wearing the coolest hat ever. All the kids are jealous of him in the schoolyard. Can I get a Ben looks great in the chat? Guys, Ben, I have to tell you, I've gotten kind of used to taking pictures of myself at this point, even though it's not my favorite thing to do, especially in public, but like, I'm okay with it. I can smile, yada yada. But Ben has a little more trouble, so I had to encourage him. I had to tell him some jokes. But I think he did pretty good. That was literally my dad texting me saying, "Where's my hat?" Is my dad watching this stream? Hi, Dad. So yeah, here's some more pictures. There's me laughing and Ben acting like a dad. He wore dad jeans. I didn't even tell him to. That's just what he wears normally all the time. There's me with the matching nails. Is that a Menchie hair? That is a Menchie hair. Yeah, it's totally a Menchie hair. Didn't Photoshop that one out. No, I didn't retouch these photos at all. My friend did. She does whatever her normal photographer things do, but these hats just look that good in real light with a good camera. In real life. I like that picture because you can't see my face. Oh yeah. Anyways, I don't want to bore you guys with kind of all the same pictures, but I just thought it was fun. Haha. My hair is so long it touched the ground. So disgusting. There's me jumping. I'm an athlete now. And here's me telling Ben, it's okay, just 17 more pictures. Oh, this is my favorite. Yeah, you can see how much fun I'm having. And how much fun Ben is not having. Holo Taco team group picture. Yes, that's right, Camila. Here's me looking at the ground. Who's cooler, mom or dad? All right. I also have some video. We should put him on a billboard. Yeah, I should put Ben on the billboard again. Let's open up some video. Oh, hold on a second. Let me just pause this music. So I have some behind the scenes footage. This was slow-mo because Ben was trying to get me jumping. So let's see. We're going to witness simply track and field. And 1 foot off the ground. She's a runner. She's a track star, right? Oh, this was another one. Yeah. Can you jump any higher? No, I don't think so. And here's just more of mom and dad awkwardly trying to figure out how to pose. I gotta find where before I go on his back. Okay, wait. Ready?
Oh, that's cute. Oh, I love that. That's actually adorable. Ben, look back at Christine.
Piggyback me, Daddy. Yeah. No, I don't know what I'm doing. No. Ben just said this is like the Titanic.
Okay, those are cute. I like. All right. I got some good ones. I kept it on continuous speed, so we got like These are so cute. This one's so cute.
What are you doing?
I gotta get it out of your face.
Okay. And yeah, that's me and Ben. That's your mom and dad at the park, looking cool in our dad hats. Put the music back on. Here we go. So what do you think? Are we Instagram models? I gotta post one of those pictures to Instagram so my account will look like I am a professional content creator. Because that's like the first photo in a long time where I feel like that. Thank you guys for your words of encouragement. Alright, so that was some bonus behind the scenes footage for you on Simply Stream Only or Simply Not Logical. What channel is this? Where are we? What's going on? What do you think? Thank you guys. I see you guys saying your parents look great. I'm trying to figure out, and I will figure this out, but I just haven't done it yet, on how to put one of your comments at a time on screen. I know how to put the entire chat on my screen, but I also feel like that could be a duplication of efforts if you're choosing to show the chat over the video too, because you can do that on YouTube. You can like add the chat up. So I haven't figured out how to isolate one comment on it at a time. And also, you guys talk. It goes quickly. It's like this. It's the chat. School didn't teach me how to read that quick. But yeah, let's get into the collection. That's what we're here for. Let me tell you guys the plan. So we got you some behind the scenes footage. We're going to talk a bit about the new collection that was just released yesterday. And then we're going to play with it, because that's why I'm naked already. I'm prepared. I came naked to the stream. I know. Susan, do not demonetize me. I swear. It's necessary in order to paint faster and more efficiently. We got to start naked. I will do a nail care, nail removing type stream at some point, but you know, that's for another day. I don't want to be here for 6 hours, because then it'll be late. So we'll talk about the collection. Then I want to give you guys some some behind the scenes peeks at prototypes that went into making some of the polishes for this collection, specifically the black holo. And then let's paint some nails, and I'm going to try and do a poll so I can poll you. Well, we're testing out features today. And then we're going to talk about what we're doing next week. So we are painting our nails today, but first let's talk about the new collection. Oh, and yes, Soph says you should do Pride nails in honor of Pride Month this month. Yes, happy Pride Month. I do want to do that, and I think we're going to do that next week, but I'll talk to you guys at the end about what we're going to do there. But for sure, yes, happy Pride. I love seeing all the Pride manicures all over Instagram. I think it's really awesome. I hope it doesn't come off creepy. You look especially cute today. Thank you, Music Addictor. It must be the hat. No, thank you guys. I also got this. I think that's what's making me look cute. The Holo Taco neon sign. The must have for a streamer. You wouldn't know this is my brand. Alright, I'm actually going to take the hat off so you can see me a bit better, because I feel like when I'm doing my nails, you're just not going to see me at all. All right, let's switch to the nail cam. Well, hello everyone. It's my giant mouse pad again. Hello everyone, just catching this live stream for the first time. Thank you for joining in. I'm happy you're here. Are you also figuring out how this works? Me too. We are learning. We are experiencing. We have solved audio issues. And I'm trying to manage multiple things at once. Ben is our moderator again. Everyone say hello to Ben Tendo. He will be moderating the chat like the dad he is. Dad, be nice. Don't kick people out for no reason, you know? Whether they like Holo or not, they can stay. Mom said it's okay. Hello, everyone. Yay! We have slow mode on, which means that I think you can only comment once every 60 seconds, I want to say. And we have to do that just so Ben can manage it and I can read it. That's all. I want to find a better way to allow people to comment and like ask meaningful questions and me to keep track of them, but I'm still learning, and I'm going to talk to the YouTube people soon who are going to help give me some advice. But yeah, I think this is really fun. Okay, so collection. Let me zoom out for you. Ooh. You can see how long my braid is. Okay. As you know, we released the new Electric Holos collection yesterday, and yes, we still have the boxes in stock. They are 70 or 80%-ish sold out at this point, which is sort of standard for us. The last 10 to 20% take a bit longer to go than the first chunk of it, and that's just kind of normal because everyone gets really excited right at launch and then it kind of trails off. But there are still some in stock, so if you're looking to get the box, it's probably going to be around for another few days. But it's one of those things where like I can't give you a deadline. I just know that we are going to run out of these boxes, and we are not restocking the box when the box sells out, because the boxes are a special limited edition item that we order, and we only order a set number. And then once they're gone, we don't restock them because for a few reasons. They cost money, and we actually don't charge for the box. We only charge for the polishes, so it's like a bonus for people who got the whole set at launch. But then they also take up a lot of space in the warehouse, so it doesn't make sense for us to constantly carry the boxes. So that's just the Holo Taco business. We have a couple podcasts actually on the Holo Taco business if you're more interested in that kind of stuff on Simply Podlogical. So here it is. Warning, high voltage Holo. For those of you who collect the boxes, I see you guys writing the inner copy on my YouTube videos. You comment, everyone. I think that's funny. But yeah, I really love this box. I feel like it's a little bit more out there than some of the other ones we've done, which were a bit simpler. And this one is like, oh, we've got an electric pattern, but then we've also got a Holo film with black Holo underneath. There's a lot going on. It kind of looks like a gamer box. You know what I mean? Like, if this nail polish played video games, it would win. Yeah, it would. Your favorite box so far? Aw, thank you, Elita. So there's the back. We always list the shade names. And our boxes, as always, have a magnetic little thingy in here, so it sticks. And I consider them keepsakes. I don't throw them out, and I think that most people also don't throw them out. That's the impression I get anyways. I hope that you guys keep them because they're nice to keep. And, you know, you can store your nail polish in it or just display it. All right, so let's do an unboxing of my own stuff. Sam Robbins says, business question, why do you release so many so often rather than spacing launches out? So I actually don't think we release so many so often. I think we have a good schedule between big releases. I will say that I intentionally try to make room between the big like box releases, and we most of the time aren't doing limited edition products like the nail polishes themselves. these are going to be restocked if they sell out. It's just the box, which is limited, but the nail polish, like what you actually use, has only to this date ever been limited edition when it was my birthday polish or the anniversary collection, so that's twice a year. All of our launches outside of that are not limited edition products thus far, because I don't want everything we release to feel like you must buy this now. But I do think occasionally it's kind of fun to do that as a special thing. So we are going to have another Simply birthday polish. That's the plan. And then we are doing an anniversary collection. Our anniversary is in July. This isn't a secret, so I feel like I don't have to hide that part. Okay, so this is Hot Wire Pink. All of the nail polishes come in these boxes, which I also recommend you don't throw out because they're pretty. Okay, because look, they're black hollow. They've got the little shapes. You can see the hollow through them, and yeah, all these little tiny details. But yeah. Okay. So let's unbox it. Hello from Norway. Hello BS62. Gem in the holograms. I've seen a few people comment that this color scheme reminds them of that. I actually didn't really watch Gem in the holograms, but I see it. Also, even if I did think of that, we wouldn't have named, or we won't be naming a collection after something that would be trademark infringement, of course. Michelle D says, I just tried Banana Hacks for the first time. Awesome formula. Love the wide brush. Thank you. I love hearing feedback from you guys on the brushes and the changes we've been making. As you know, with the creme collection, or the cremes rather that we released, we did change the brush to make it a bit thicker or wider, because based on customer feedback, we were hearing that people wanted wider brushes for cremes. So we wanted to do that. So I don't know why I'm putting these back in here. I see people take pictures like this too, just to present it without the boxes. And just to go back to your business question from earlier, I do intentionally, we do plan to have like larger collections space as far enough as possible apart, and then in between have smaller things that aren't in any way like related to a special box. So we actually were supposed to have some cremes release, and I know that some of you Simply Detective accounts out there noticed that I had been swatching some cremes, and the plan was to release them before this, but things just happen. And if a million things don't go exactly the way to plan, then sometimes you need to go to your contingency plan. And in that case, it just meant moving this up a little bit, and now the cremes will become after. Oh, I see the Simply Detective has commented hi in the chat. Hello, you guys always calling me out because I reveal too much. Yes, it will be the lavender creme. That's coming next. That's just a smaller creme launch. There's no box for that one. We're just trying to get some more cremes out for you guys. And we have to change things around. And that's just, sometimes that happens. Nothing's wrong. But if you're missing one little ingredient or something gets delayed, you gotta just move things around to make it work. So here we are, but I'm not mad because this is my summer color palette aesthetic. And I just took them out of the box again. Okay, we're gonna move this over here. Hold on. Is that Dan?
Oh, whoa.
Thanks, Dan.
I gotta get back to the chat.
You gotta get, the chat's right here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me twice?
Yeah, it's distracting.
Do you like your pictures?
Yeah, the picture, the couple's Sears photo shoot.
Sears, oh come on, don't be that mean.
Should bring Vinci and Zyler next time.
To the photo shoot? I don't think they'd like it.
What about like the Santa? Maybe for Christmas? You know how they like, you could get your kids a picture with Santa, take the cat.
Can you be Santa?
You want me to dress up as Santa?
Yeah, you grow your beard.
Thank you for cutting my hair, by the way.
Oh yeah, I cut Ben's hair. Show them. I cut Ben's hair, but I didn't cut mine. You want to see how long my hair is? I'm wearing my pajamas. Like every other day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day. Wear your pajamas. Quarantine, baby. Okay. Where were we? Simply comfortable. That's right. Back to painting. Let me bring you in. Come into the hollow. Zoom into the hollow. Once you zoom in, you cannot zoom out. So I gotta put my tea over here. Nail essentials restock. I know, I'm sorry, Alondra. I know we are out of long lasting base and Glossy Taco and Super Glossy Taco. It's a problem. We're trying to fix it. We are working on it. When we have them in stock, we will let you know on Holo Taco socials. Please stay tuned. I don't have any more information on that. I'm just waiting on the team and everyone to work their magic and get things back, but it has to be all good. So, yeah. Zoom into the hollow. That's what she said. Yes, doggo advice. I can't zoom in any further than this, actually. That's the max zoom. I think I'm gonna need to get a new camera. In fact, I bought another lens, another macro lens. I think it'll arrive next week. But yeah, here's the new colors. Very pretty. I'll show you the shade names. I feel like this camera is kind of dull. It's much duller than my other one. But perhaps if I put a flash on it. There, you can kind of see. Everyone knows that the trick, right? The trick to seeing hollow. There you go. Woo. So if you've ever bought hollow polishes, drugstore or Holo Taco or any of them, and you're like, this doesn't look like rainbows, it looks boring, or it just looks like silver, for example, if it was like this kind of. It's probably because you're not looking at it under the right lighting. And that's just how a hollow works, because it's based in science. Physics girl, where you at? Holographic pigments in nail polish require direct light shining on it in order to bounce off of the hollow, like bing, and then sparkle the rainbows. So you don't always see it in dull lighting. Like when I used to go to the office back before COVID, the lighting there is just awful because it's all diffused light, meaning that it has like a filter on it, like a white sheet almost. And that's gonna just kill the ability for the hollow to be refracted. It needs direct light, which is either the sunlight, which I only get half the year here in Canada, or rarely, or your phone flash. So that is really the best way to see hollow. If you have not seen it before, or you want to test if something is hollow, you just turn your phone flash on and shine it directly on a bottle. And this camera's not the best at this angle because I have other diffused lights for my face going on here, but that's where you see the rainbows. Wow, look at the black hollow. Who's excited for black hollow? Give me some black heart emojis in the chat so I know that your black hollow is your soul. Comment a black heart if this is your soul right here. The chat is full. The chat is officially full. Okay. since we've got them all laid out here, I do want to just show you the painting wheel. I didn't put a Glossy Taco on these yet because I literally just painted this before the stream. So they're not as shiny, excuse me, as they would normally be. How do I do this? Yeah, these are the 5 shades, very electric. I love the summer color palette. Oh, here they are on my nails. Why am I showing you a swatch wheel? I literally have them on my nails right here. The black is on my thumb. Yeah. I'm a pro at this, okay? We're reduplicating our efforts just because. Speaking of the new shades though, I wanted to do a poll and I also just want to test if this works. So let's try something here. Give me a second. I'm gonna pin something to the chat. It's a poll. You may click it. I just did that. And okay. So if you click on the link I just pinned to the top of the chat, you will go to this. You will see that on your own browser. Hopefully YouTube keeps playing in the background for you, or if you're on your computer, it shouldn't be an issue. But I want you to pick one of these and vote. And then we're going to see the results in real time. What is your favorite shade from the new Electric Holos collection? So Electrostatic is the black, Circuit Breaker is the silver, Hydropower is the aqua, Full Charge is the green, and Hotwire Pink is the pink. You can't see the link, so I pinned it to the top of the chat. And it should say Simply Not Logical, and then it says Straw Poll. So if you click the link at the top of the chat, so you need to be watching the live chat if you're here live, I think. I've seen a few people do this with straw poll, but I'm not as... Okay, so you guys have voted? You're voting. Okay, so most people are saying they're voting. So I guess I'll just vote myself. Now you're seeing my vote. So if I hit show results, ooh, yeah, okay, it's working. So I'm gonna put auto refresh on because this is what I'm really curious about, how this works. Look at this, live time, baby. Live television. Cast your votes. Who's getting voted off the Holo Island? Voted, but it doesn't like VPNs. Yeah, I think there's some settings in here I can change to allow VPNs, but I need more time with this. But this is I wanted to really do this, and I'm so happy it's working because I think this would be a really fun way for you guys to like pick my Manny in another stream. But that requires creating multiple polls where you pick my base coat and then you pick my base color and then you pick you know, all the steps. But I kind of just wanted to test this out first and see if it works the real time. I think I needed to redo my braid. What is this? What is this, Christine? I need a hairdresser. Just kidding. I'm happy with my nasty hair. So it looks like Electrostatic is winning. That's probably because I totally bias the results. These are unreliable. You can't have the researcher vote in front of all the participants. Does Ben moderate your lives? Yes, G-Dog. He is my one and only moderator of my live stream and also my life. What am I gonna do, huh? He tells me when to wake up, when to brush my teeth, when to paint my nails. I'm just kidding. Ben feeds me. He brings me tea. He keeps me alive. If it wasn't for Ben, there would be no Simply Illogical, if I'm being honest. Look at all the votes. Holy shit. 3,600 people have voted. I could run an election and win. How many people are watching? It's over 6,000 people watching now. Look at that. This is so cool. I love this. Sorry, I'm just impressed that I figured this out. To be fair, it was winning before you voted. Yes, Ollie. Yeah, I actually, so fun fact, when we launch a new collection, the best seller is always the box, and the box includes all 5. But we do sell the individual SKUs as well at the same time, so if people just want 1 or 2 of the polishes. And I'm pretty sure black was selling at a higher rate than the others, yeah. But that makes sense. I mean, people were really excited for the first black holo, not the last, but the first in our linear holo formula. It was a must. But yeah, so I think we've got our winner. Our winner is electrostatic. But hydropower is next, you know, which I love this blue. I've always lusted out. Oh my god, it looks so good on my nose. I've always lusted after a paradise blue, right? Like it reminds me of a vacation that Ben really wants to go on. But we're not going anywhere. So we paint our nails at home and dance to this music. Copyright free. Susan. Can't stop me. Okay, I'll leave the votes going, but we'll swap that out. What I do want to show you guys, since black won the vote, electrostatic is it, everybody? Everybody, black hearts in the chat for electrostatic, our first black holo. And since black has won, I'm going to show you guys some prototypes that we were working on in order to arrive at electrostatic. But first I'm going to change the song because this is a little too upbeat. We're trying to chill here. There we go. All right. 1 second. Be right back. You guys like the cat clock? Should I just leave it on this? I'm gonna leave it on this screen. That's right, everyone. Let yourselves dry. I had to. Shout out to 2014 Simply Illogical. We here for the cat clock. If you recall, I used to use that every time I was waiting in my YouTube videos for my nail polish to dry or for the Glossy Taco to dry. The cat clock would swing. So there you go. Now it's on the stream. All right. What I would like to show you guys is a quick look into the prototyping process, because one of the biggest questions I get is how do you decide on a shade color? And I think that's a great question. So let me just get you the view here. So what I have here is all the black holos that I went through in order to decide the winner, the one that you would get in your hands, the electrostatic, that is actually part of the collection. So I showed this very briefly for like 2 seconds in my Simply video. And some people took screenshots of it and they're like, what are all these prototypes? But I thought it would be cool to actually show you. So the codes on here are nothing important. Don't bother screenshotting. The ELN literally just stands for electric linear, the BL for black, and the numbers are just a bunch of different numbers from different prototypes in the lab. And then the date is the date this particular sample was made. So interestingly, I'll turn them around so you can read. Can you read upside down? Most of the dates are from November or December of last year, and now it's June. So there you go. On average, it takes about 6 months from the time like we have prototypes that I'm actually actively testing until we actually launch the collection. That's not always true. Sometimes it's more like 8. Sometimes it can be less, like 4. It really depends. But I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different black holos that I went through. And there was more than just this. Because at the lab, the team our product developers and our chemists will be making more than just what they send me, because they got to put it through like quality control. They got to test stability and all these things, and not everything will pass. So they're like, okay, we're not going to send her that one. And they do way more work on the development side to decide like what's going to work, what applies well. So I only get the ones that work and apply well. And then my decisions are basically like, is the formula good? And also the color, right? So, oops. Did I do that by accident? Okay. Hello. Beginner streamer here. Melon Nail Art. Hi, Melon. I mean, Melon, your name's not Melon, but I recognize you from socials. Asks, are they different undertones or do they have a different formula? So, great question. These are all the exact same linear holo formula that we have spent a long time perfecting. As you know, we have the rainbow collection and the pastel rainbow collection. So we've gotten our linear formula, our linear holo formula down pat at this point. I'm really, really proud of it. I think it's something you guys love, and I'm just proud that we were able to expand in all the colors, because once you perfect something, I want it in all the things. So the formula's mostly the same, but the undertones and sometimes the thickness changes. And so here you can see, there's aqua on that one, but all the different types of black. So there's different undertones, and I think what's most interesting here is you see some of them are almost gray, and that's because, you know, I was trying to tweak them, or have the developers tweak it and make it more hollow. But when you do that, you end up having to delete some of the black pigment, so you can see more of the hollow. But in the end, it kind of just ends up looking more gray or a little bit warmer, like closer to a brown almost. And that's cool too. I would love to do a gray holo and a warm brown, maybe like espresso one day. But I really wanted like a deep, dark, like sharp, just like a blast from the holo past. I don't know what past I'm referring to, but I really wanted something that was just so striking and really complemented these other bright colors that we were doing. So for me, we ended up deciding that somewhere in this range, actually here, this one that I've marked here with the X was the final prototype. And to be honest, you can barely tell the difference, right? From this angle that you guys are seeing here, I don't think you can tell a difference between 3, 2, 1 and some of the ones underneath of it. Whereas these ones over here, you can definitely see are lighter. I would say they're more gray. But yeah. I'm just reading through the chat here, seeing if you guys have any other questions. Becky asks, does a gray holo end up looking more like silver? So I think that's quite different than silver, some of the ones that ended up looking more gray. But to me, they just weren't dark enough. And to make it dark, like, I almost felt forced to add a bit of a purple, just a bit of punchiness in it to it. So it's like a brighter black. It sounds so contradictory. It's actually so not straightforward to make a black holo. I think for glitters, it's a bit of a different story because you're working with a jelly base. So the glitters will show through the jelly. But with a linear holo, the pigment color you're adding becomes the formula as opposed to being seen through a see-through jelly. It's probably more level of detail than you need. But the peel porn song, is this the peel porn song? Do they look a bit blue because of the lighting? I think this lighting is making them look a little bit bluer than it actually is in real life. I don't know, everything looks a little blue here. Like even my desk, which is actually blacker than that. So, what do I have that's actually black? Like here, this is black. And yes, good point. They are more, it's a purple undertone, but the undertone is mostly seen when you're looking at it under like a diffuse light, like I was talking about earlier. So right now I have a diffuse light right in front of me, so you're gonna see more of that. But if I were to put my flash on, there, see? It kind of becomes darker, but then the rainbows come more. And if you see, you look at the gray ones in the middle, those are even more gray and definitely not dark enough. You know what I mean? This is my struggle, guys. Just imagine me alone going through all of these, being like, which one is the winner? Black Holo Witch comparison. Oh yeah. So Black Holo Witch is a holo glitter. That was a collab polish I did like 4 or 5 years ago with Fun Lacquer, and it's not a linear holo. I would consider it completely different. And I actually think that glitter was slightly on the gray side, again, because Black Holo is just so difficult. Actually, you know what I just realized? Pardon me for my disgustingness, but this is my Black Holo slipper. And I'm just gonna casually put it on the desk. We're getting real personal up in here. Maybe next time I'll be painting my toenails. Here, this is the best reference I have. So this is a Black Holo glitter slipper. I got it off Amazon. Don't mind the Menchie hair. And here is number 3, the one with the X, the holo. That's electrostatic. So they both have a very similar cool undertone, but they're both black holo. So does that make more sense? Like in order for something to be holo, it's gonna have like some color to it in order to show the rainbows, or else it just turns into like mud. But in other lighting, like these slippers just look like black glitter sequins. I don't know if you've ever seen them before in the podcast, or maybe I've shown them on my Snapchat, but they're not blue. It's just, maybe this camera will show it better. Here, watch, I'll do this. Okay, it's the same slipper. Looks blacker here, right? The foot fetish community is shook. No, I'm putting these back on. I'm trying to illustrate a nail polish color. I think on this camera, for sure, it looks more black than the one you were just seeing. So maybe that helps. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. That other camera, you're right, it makes it look blue. But that's kind of the thing with holo, is that sometimes in different lightings, you're gonna see different undertones. You're gonna see holo look better in different lighting. Pardon me, I'm just putting on my slipper. And you're gonna need to whip out your phone flash to explain to your friends why your nails are so cool. All right, yeah, you guys are agreeing it looks blacker. Okay, so there you have it. There's our prototypes, and this is one of those situations where I really hope that no one says we like something else on the swatch wheel instead, because I've already decided. But yeah, I just thought it was cool to kind of show you guys the process there. And now these all go into storage, Holo Taco Heaven. Don't worry, we don't throw them out or anything. I keep them all, you know. Zachary Michael says, I like what you picked. You're perfect. You're perfect? Or the nail polish is perfect. Yeah, the nail polish is perfect. Someone said, and now it's lost. What happened? Someone asked what happens to all the prototypes. Oh, E. Smith says, what happens to all the prototypes? I keep them in my closet. I keep them in a box. I label them with their dates, and I keep them because sometimes I get prototypes for stuff that I'm like, this is great, but I think we're gonna hold on to it for another time. And no, I can't show you those. Aura Wings says tea collection. Maybe. I'm just picturing the Holo Taco team watching this and being like, Christine, shut up. Ben just said stop. Are you talking to me? Ben, you cannot stop me. No one can stop Simply. Christina's having too much fun with this. Yes, tea with Namie. I am, and it's a problem. Okay, should we paint our nails or should we just talk? So I feel like I could just talk for hours about prototypes and stuff, and I'm really not sure how interested people are until I see your feedback, so I think that's important. There is a typo in the beginning of the electric on the Holo Taco YouTube channel. Yes, thank you, Nata CB. I noticed that literally 2 seconds after I posted it. So I always post a video that's kind of like a nail porn version of all the cool shots I took for each collection. I posted that on the Holo Taco YouTube earlier today. And after I did, I realized it said 7 linear holos instead of 5. And that's what happens, kids, when you copy and paste your work. Okay, if you're gonna copy and paste your work from your last template, always check. It happens to the best of us. Paint, please. Okay, should we paint? Paint. We're gonna paint. Let's switch to, like my sound effect, painting mode. Painting mode engaged. All right. I am naked. My nails are, I obviously didn't clean myself today. Oop, munchy hair. So my nails are yellow if you're new here because I don't bathe. If that's the truth, if you believe that's the truth, then we know you're new here. I'm going to start off with Peely Base. And I was thinking of doing some nail art, but since we've already been here for an hour, I feel like we're not gonna have time for nail art. I didn't plan that. No, I'm serious. I actually did plan to do some nail art, but I'm not sure that I have time for that now. We're gonna need a paper towel because I'm a mess. I know, time flies, Kelly. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I gotta just stop talking. That's a problem. That's something I never thought I would say, is I need to stop talking to a camera. I know that sounds silly because I'm a YouTuber, so isn't that all we do? But in real life, I'm not much of a talker. I was always the kid at the back of the class who never raised their hand. You couldn't make me talk in a group project if you paid me. I was happy to write the report, but I am not presenting to the class. And here I am on a live stream. Time flies when you're having fun with the Holos. Yes, Isabel 2002. It's hard out here for a Holo. Thumbnail. So I'm just applying my peely base so I can peel off my nails later. Most people, I don't know about most people, but the average person usually wants their nail polish to stay on longer, so they wouldn't use peely base. They would use any other base coat, really. I use peely base because I peel off my nail polish and I change it very often. I'm always testing, I'm always prototyping, I'm always watching, I'm always doing something. So that's just me. That's also why my nails are yellow. Kathy says, liar, you wear very dark color polishes. That's true, and dark polishes are more likely to stain your nails. It's true. If you're always wearing one coat black, or any black really, and your nails get stained, that's just what happens, because nail polish pigments are paint, and over time they may stain your nails. There are some ways to prevent that, but I think like if you just love painting your nails and you're always doing that, even if you're wearing a base coat, over time they're bound to get a little discolored. It goes away, it grows out. It's really not that big of a deal. Like, you know, your nails can still be long and strong and healthy and a bit stained. We just gotta let the peely base dry. Let it dry, everyone. Let that peely base dry. Can I get some cat emojis in the chat for this effort? It's the let it dry in real time, baby. You know how long it took me to figure this out? I spent way too long. How long does it take to dry? Well, let's ask the cat. No. Peely base, smoothing base, long-lasting base. I think they all kind of dry around the same amount of time, but it's different for everyone. It depends on the humidity, the conditions, depends on how thick you layer it on. I usually do all 10 or 5, and then I like spend 5 minutes doing something else, maybe talking to you, and then you'll see it dry on the nail, excuse me, over time. So let's just focus here. Focus. Come on, beauty guru. There. So you can see at the base they're dry, but at the tips it's a little bit glossy, like on my pinky. It's gonna still have like a wet pool. And at the tip of my middle finger, it's a little bit glossy because I can see the pool. So I know that it's not quite dry yet. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit more, a little bit longer. So I was gonna do nail art, but since it's already 8 p.m. or it's been an hour since we've been in this stream, I think we're just gonna do some swatches. But regardless of what I'm doing, I wanna know what you're doing. And we're gonna do another poll, because once you find something that you learn and you understand, you want to do it again. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna. My nails are wet. One second. Okay, everyone. I need to find what I just posted in the chat. Okay, so I just pinned a message. So it'll say simply not logical, pinned a new message. It's another straw poll. And it's this one. And I'm asking you guys, are you painting your nails with me during stream? Or are you just watching? You little creep. Are you a creep? Are you here for the feet? So I'm gonna vote yes. I'm painting my nails. If you are painting your nails with me, regardless of what you do, you don't have to do what I do. And I realize that you guys don't have the collection yet, obviously, because we just started shipping yesterday on launch day. But I always think it's fun to just paint your nails. I love that you guys can paint your nails along with me, even if the collection hasn't arrived at your door yet. It's just a good time, you know? Just chill. Just put on Simply Stream, paint your nails, stare at Holo, explain to your friends why Holo is love, Holo is life. Some of you are cooking dinner. What are you making? Where's mine? I just had dinner. Some of you are sleeping soon. I can respect sleep. Everyone should get sleep. You're painting with lavender syrup. Awesome, Rudy. Making a garbage bowl. I just finished eating a garbage bowl. Making banana bread. Oh, Jay Panha. Ben's jealous. Some people are knitting. Some people are crocheting. Don't forget to use hashtag #PaintWithSimply on socials, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube? I don't know. I mean, hey, if you're painting your nails along with me and you make a YouTube video out of it, that's cool too. Hashtag #PaintWithSimply is what we're going to use anytime I stream, anytime I'm painting my nails, even if I'm not painting my nails, but you're painting your nails while I'm streaming. I think it's cool to use hashtag #PaintWithSimply. Then I can see what you did, even if it's not exactly what I did. I just think it's fun. And then it's like we know exactly what each other did at the same time. And that is how this current time dimension works. It's fascinating. All right, most people are just watching. What the heck, man? I'm gonna have to do another poll, subset of those just watching. Are you choosing not to paint your nails now because you don't have time? Or do you just never paint your nails? That's a poll for another day. We polled people on our podcast once on Simply Podlogical. Like we asked Twitter or maybe the community page on YouTube how much of our audience paints their nails, and I was really surprised to find out that like half didn't. But I guess I just expected most people to, because why else do you watch Simply Nailogical if you don't paint your nails? But then I realized, joke's on me, I don't paint my nails in most of my videos, so what the hell am I saying? But yeah, I don't think these streams are just going to be nail painting streams. I think we could just chat, maybe react to some stuff, maybe show you some behind the scenes, maybe show you pictures, maybe bring in Menchie, maybe give Menchie a little brush. Maybe Ben will cut my hair. Maybe I'll paint my toenails. Wild things can happen on a Simply stream. Okay, so most people are just watching. I mostly just wanted to play with the poll function, and now I know how it works. Maybe we'll do Among Us Tuesdays, Minecraft Mondays, Simply Tea Thursdays. What if I just become a full-time streamer? Stream every day for 9 hours straight. That's what people do, right? We could do a Simply Sleep stream. And I'll just stream me sleeping. Subscribe! Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Simply Not Logical. That's what we do here. Whatever. Anything but nails. Except ironically, we are doing our nails on the stream. Then I'll get the creepers watching me sleep. Yeah, I know, but what am I gonna do? You know, you gotta make money somehow. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm gonna unpin my, where was Ben's comment? Ben, can you, moderator, help me. Turn on super chat for the sleep stream. Maybe I will. I gotta figure out what to do there. What about your job? Asks Jojo Banny. You know, maybe I'll just tell my boss I'm just gonna stream my job. Yeah, I don't think that would fly, but that would be funny. I'm really interested in seeing more people's workflow, and I wish it was allowed, but I understand why it's not, by employers, that if just like average people working their jobs could just live stream their job. I just think it would be really interesting. I could also see the issues with that, but you know, just from a curiosity cat perspective, I think that's so cool. I would just love to tune in and know what's going on, you know, at Starbucks, because I'm just a snoop like that. I want to know. What are you guys talking about? What are you putting in my tea? How do you make my tea so good? What is your secrets? Okay, are we painting or are we painting? We're painting. Okay, my nails are dry. That's what happens when you talk for too long. Where is Jan? Yes, Squishmallow Choir. My sister is in Ottawa. We are dry. My sister is in Ottawa. I miss my sister. Jen, if you're listening, I miss you. I'm sure she's sick of me. She's not watching my stream. I have not seen her. I saw her outside like a month ago. But great news, actually, is I got my first vaccination shot. Hold on, now I have to go to the screen for a short party. Party for Simply. Get shot in the arm. Okay, yeah, that's weird. Stab me, daddy. Yes, thanks. Thanks, Ben. Ben did not stab me. Some other guy did. Thank you. Yay. I'm excited because it means I am one step closer to seeing my family. I haven't seen my dad or my grandparents since 2019 at all, except on a Zoom call, because they live a few hours from me and it just didn't make sense to see them during this time and put people at risk. So I'm very excited that almost all of my family has had at least their first shot by now. We'll be waiting another 3 months or something, I think, for the second shot. But yeah, I last saw my dad, for example, in 2019, Christmas. And then the COVID came, so. Ontario, where I am, is still not really open. It is so weird to me to see people on social media, like in the US, like going to wild parties. And I mean, I guess things are different there because the vaccination rates like were much faster than where I am, but it's just like such a culture shock to me. I don't know if anyone else feels like that, but I feel like I've been living in this bubble indoors for so long that I have no idea how to operate in the real world after this. I mean, I barely know how to do that anyways, but like I haven't gone to a restaurant. I haven't gone to any gatherings. I haven't gone anywhere. I took pictures with with hats, you know, and my friend was wearing a mask, and people at the dog park where we were wearing masks. We couldn't because we were taking pictures, but aside from that, like I don't go outside. So it's so weird still to see people like going to parties and hosting big parties like there's nothing going on. And maybe it's done where you are, but it's not done where I am, so it just feels weird. I'm just reading all of your different perspectives. Yeah, there's it's just so crazy how it's so different in different places of the world, and everyone's gonna have a different feeling of comfort level trying to get back to real life. Yeah. Okay, where were we? Simply painting our nails. Maybe by hour 2. Okay. Let's just paint the 5 colors. How's that? So, let's do the opposite of what I have on this hand. Hold on, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, what's the opposite? Something like this. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Electrostatic, baby. This is as close as I can zoom in, unfortunately, with this lens. I am gonna get a better macro lens, but make both hands match? Danielle! Should we make both hands match? Actually, let's do a poll. That's gonna be my new thing. Let's do a poll. Give me 1 second. I see you guys in the chat saying yes or no, make both hands match, but the problem with the chat is we're not going to get a reliable result here with a bunch of people just commenting. Okay. I've posted, hold on, let me pin it. Pin. Okay, I've pinned a poll. Simply poll logical, simply statistics logical. Make both hands match. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be obsessed with this from now on. We love data on this channel. All right, okay. This is what's on the docket. We got my other hand that looks like this. One of each color, black on the thumb. And the question of the day is, should I make both hands match? Which I never do, because that's just, you know, matching is boring unless it's matching your cat ears to your hoodie, you know, or your earrings to your makeup. But my nails never match. Yes, Jessica would. We love stats and data. All right, we'll let the results come in. You don't get the poll? Okay, so I've pinned a comment at the top of the chat. So you have to be in a version of YouTube where you can pop out the chat. So I think if you're on mobile, you have to click pop out. Okay, I think we're gonna have to land it here. No, the hands are not gonna match. Sorry, guys. All right, the hands are not gonna match, so we're just gonna do something different. I think I want to do. How about let's match what I'm wearing instead? Yeah, let's do some full charge and hydropower. Do something fun there. And how about we'll do one nail that's a gradient? Yeah. All right. What time is it? What time are we finally painting? I gotta go to bed. It's a school night, everyone. Actually, it is a work night. I mean, work day tomorrow. And I'm gonna do full charge as the base here. So I'm gonna do a gradient. I'm gonna do some, this will make sense after. We're here. Shall I add let's add another blue or green. Yeah. Let's add some blue freezy. I'm feeling very blue and green. Lime, kind of like a spritzer drink. This camera is not the best at autofocus. I apologize. We're gonna have to improve this again, guys. Hydro is so freaking pretty. Yes, thank you, Arati. I love it too. It's like the perfect kind of beach cove paradise. Sparkling water is blue, but not sparkling water, which is our pastel veneer. That's a much lighter blue. It's like a turquoise sea ocean blue. And this is blue freezy, which is from the OG Rainbow collection. This one is a much darker, more royal blue. And here is one coat. With linear holos, you're always gonna want a couple coats for opacity and build them up to thin coats. Don't put them on too thick or else it'll get gloppy. And then on my thumb, let's go back to some lime. I'm gonna do some full charge. One thing I really like about the linear holo formula is that it's really easy for anyone to use. I feel like sometimes with holo glitters or multi-chromes, those types of finishes are trickier for like newbies to figure out. Whereas a linear holo, it paints on, it's pretty straightforward. Kind of like a creme, but better because it's holo. Look at this. It's like Mountain Dew Sprite vibes. So we're gonna do the accent nail here. It's gonna be a gradient. So I'm gonna add some protective peel, which is liquid latex, so that we can peel up our mess easily and less cleanup. And anything that gives me less cleanup, I'm here for it. Because I do not have time to clean. You should see my house. Oh, that's one thing I slack at doing. Who's in the messy desk club? My desk is always a mess. But I once had a prof in university who, you'd walk into her office and you'd see just piles and piles of stuff. Of student reports and, I don't know, just like random crap all over her desk. And I asked her once, like, how do you find anything? Your office is such a mess. How is this productive? And she went, I know exactly where everything is. And I was like, oh, miss. Well, then I guess she had a point, huh? And I kind of felt like that ever since. That I too, despite being a complete mess on my desk and my organization of things, I also know where everything is, if that makes any sense. So it's okay to be a mess, you know? Everyone has their own method. Messy Desk Club in the chat, I see you. what's on the pinky. So the pinky and this finger are both full charge, which is the new kind of limey-ish green holo. But I'm gonna do the accent nail as a gradient. So we do at least some nail art here tonight. And if you're painting your nails with me, whether you're doing something like this or not, or just kind of freestyling it, don't forget to use hashtag #paintwithsimply. Moderator, dear Ben, if you could comment that because my nails are wet, I will pin it if I catch it in the chat. There it is. Thank you. And I'm gonna pin Ben's message. Alright. So I'm just going in with the second coat of the basic nails here. Basic meaning just one color, but not basic because they are holo. And holo is not basic because it is the best. How do you wrap the tip with short nails? That's a great question, Yinaka. I think I honestly, I want to show you that, but it's easier to show you rather than to explain it to you. And I don't have short nails at the moment. Even my other hand is kind of like too long to demonstrate that on. So I think one of these days we should have Ban on the stream and I should paint his nails, or he can paint his own nails. And I can show you how to wrap the tip and like best practices for short nails. So let me know in the chat if that's something you would like, because I think that's a really good idea for a stream. I think a lot of people are looking for that kind of advice, and I'd be happy to do that. But we're gonna need a volunteer who has short nails, and that could be Ben. It could also be my sister. I think her nails are a little long. I don't know. I haven't seen her nails in a while. I gotta check in with her. I fucked up. That's when you know you fucked up. Now let's clean up. So I'm taking a cleanup brush. I'm dipping it in acetone. Just a little dab on the side. This is how you clean. I don't clean my desk, but I sure clean my cuticles. Priorities, man. You gotta get them straight. This blue is so pigmented, it like kind of stains your cuticle. Gotta be careful. Simply Kelsey asks, what does hydro look like next to scientific? Great question. Let me show you. Here's scientific and hydropower. Scientific is our creme. What do we think? Creme versus holo. Let the wars begin. I'd say that hydropower is more teal, and scientific is more like light aqua. Although it's so hard to explain. Like, how do you explain the difference between these in color versus, like, obviously this is a holo linear formula, completely different finish and effect. But in terms of the color, I don't know, man. Holo is just one of those things you can't explain. But I do think these two would look really nice in an accent mani. But too bad I've already started painting my nails. That's a great idea, though. There's a Menchie here. Violet says, ooh, that would be a cool gradient. That would be. However, generally speaking, I think mixing 2 different formulas, like a creme and a linear holo, is more challenging to do because they're 2 different formulas. Gradients usually work out best when you use the same formula. That's not always true. Like, I've definitely mixed 2 different brands, 2 different formulas together. But I just think for best results, it's easier to stick to the same formula. But hey, I could try it. I did a gradient with Not Milky White and Red Licorice, which is a red linear holo, and it looks pretty great, so. Riddy Sawant says, why did you choose hat as the first merch item? Because it's easier to do. Hats also don't have sizes, so it's a lot easier to get that in, knowing that we just have 3 different types, like depending on the color. But dealing with merch is a tricky thing, especially for our warehouse, because merch, like hoodies, are larger, much bigger than nail polish products, so you have to consider space and size. And then you also need to consider that if you're going to offer a sweatshirt, you need to offer it in a number of different sizes, and if you're going to have that sweatshirt in different colors, like different gradients, then multiply that. So it's a lot trickier to do that where we're at now, because right now we're really trying to focus on nail polish. But that doesn't mean in the future we're not looking into merch. I know I definitely would love to have some Holo Taco apparel. But hats were what we were able to do, and we're also just kind of testing it out, you know? See what you guys think of the aesthetic of wearing Holo Taco. Oh, Jesus.
He says, why is it always a Menchie hair? Why isn't it a Zyler hair?
Hold on. Let me change the... I'm sorry, Zyler.
He ran away.
It's your hair, too. Oh, Menchie. Now the whole family's here. Okay, all right. Menchie, Mommy's nails are wet. The kids are just playing on the couch. Is it dinner time? The kids eat late, so they don't wake us up screaming at 5 in the morning. Are you ever going to sell a cleanup brush? Thank you for asking, Dree. At some point, yes. But again, it's one of those things where we are testing and trying to get it right. But here is my current prototype. Not for individual sale. We're actually going to change this because the logo doesn't really fit this way. So we're going to have to figure that out. But I've been testing this brush tip for a long time now, and I'm very happy with it. I've used this many times. And I'm already saying too much, but things take a long time to get perfect, to make sure that we're confident, to do quality control, and to finally get the order placed and out the door and ready to go. So I appreciate everyone's patience. Just know that we're always working on everything. Basically everything that everyone suggested is something we're either actively working on, prototyping, or looking into. Alright, so I'm going to do a gradient next, but I wanted to show you guys, this is the same sponge from last stream. So remember I did the magenta jelly and purple slushy gradient, and now this is like rock hard. It's nasty. So what you can do to save your sponges is you just cut the sponge. with a giant pair of scissors. Just go like that. Bam. Nice fresh edge. And so this part I would throw out, but now I get more than just one use out of the sponge. This can last me quite a bit longer, and then you can start using it this way, cutting it down. Doesn't really matter which side you use, but I always do that. So that's one way to get more uses out of your sponge, because the nail polish will dry up and harden. So this is for gradients. I'm using this is technically a nail art sponge that we sell in Holo Taco, but you can get the same type of sponges. Foundation triangle wedges is what they're referred to. You can find them in the drugstore. Some sponges are different than others. Simply ASMR sponge cutting stream. Yes, Megan. I'm sure there'll be many viewers for that one. Okay. So let's do a gradient. Let's do a gradient of all three. Yes, I was just gonna do two, but we're gonna gradient these three on this nail. So as you can see, I intentionally put the lightest color, full charge, on the bottom. So that you should always put the lightest color as your base, because it's easier to layer darker colors over lighter colors. And that's how color theory works. So we're just gonna layer those on. Ready, and flip it. And while it's still wet, focus. There you go. Now we're just gonna dab, dab, dab. Make your nails fab. So I always do one very thin, light dab. And then we're gonna do another one. So it's always better to do them lightly and layer them on top. So that way you don't get it too thick and it doesn't pick up the polish underneath. That's a common question I get, is how do you dab it on so smoothly? And the trick is more layers, but thin layers, and patience. You can't rush a thing of beauty, especially when holo's involved. So it's basically, as soon as I'm dabbing, it kind of just like dries really quickly. So I can go right ahead and do the same nail within like 2 minutes. You guys like the music? It's copyright free. So I'm using full charge hydropower, both of which are in the new Electric Holos collection, and then I'm using blue Freezy on the end here. And again, just light dabs. Ready? Dab, dab, dab. Make your nails look fab. Light, quick dabs. Pull it off. Helen asked, does the sponge start to get dry? Not immediately. It's still very much wet as I'm doing this manicure. I find it only really dries out if I've been doing this for like too long, like an hour, it'll start to dry out. And then you can cut it and use it fresh next time. But I use the same sponge pretty much for a whole manicure, unless I'm doing like really heavy colors, and maybe I'll like use a fresh sponge, but for like one hand, I find just using the same sponge is fine. A few people are asking if you can do this without protective peel. Yes, absolutely. You can do a gradient without protection, but protection is advised. No. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. You can clean up the mess with Q-tips and acetone. You just got to be careful not to get it on your skin. Oh, see, I missed that side. Good thing for this camera, I can tell. It's good to get in there. So now we see the color is built up, but you see the trick was to do multiple thin layers. And that's how you get it. So Francis asks, how do you get the gradient smooth? Mine is always a little bumpy and doesn't blend. So I think there's two main things I would look out for. The first is, are you doing thin layers? So you notice like I just dab a couple times and I'm only dabbing on a little bit of nail polish, and then I stop, I let it dry, and then I go back and build it up slowly. And then the other thing is, if you get tiny little like bumps in your manicure when you're doing a gradient, it could be the sponge. So I've had that happen to me where like little pieces of the sponge were coming off like an alien and leaving little bumps. And if you look really closely and use like a tool or something, you could actually pick them out, which is just nasty. And that is solved by using a different sponge. Not all sponges are the same. Some of them fall apart. I find the ones that are denser, like thicker and almost harder, are better. And it's kind of trial and error. You just got to try a different brand of sponges, and that's how you find a good sponge. So, 2 things. Think about how thick you're layering on the polish. Work up just in thin coats, and then also check out your sponge. Make sure there's no Menchie or Xyler hairs in it too. Sarah asks, my sparkles always stay on the sponge instead of transferring on the nail. Is that a sponge problem? No, that is often, well, it depends what nail polish you're using. If you're using a hollow glitter, the sponge should absorb the jelly and leave more glitters behind to stick on your nail. So that's actually a good thing, so you can like maximize the glitter payoff. I have a couple of videos on that. Holo Taco has one on its channel that I posted like a while back. But if we're talking about a linear hollow like this, where it's a very, very tiny pigment of hollow as opposed to like a big piece of glitter, then I think I know what you mean. Like the sparkles kind of stay here, and then you might get a more faint look on the nail. And that could just be you need to work in thinner coats and layer it on. Because if you rewind a bit, you'll see that the first 2 coats I did, like it didn't really look like anything, but you have to trust the process and layer it on thin and build it up. I find that's kind of always the case when you're working with linear hollows and sometimes even cremes, depending on the creme. But it's a technique thing. It's something that you get with practice. And I've always found that doing thinner multiple coats yields a better result no matter what nail polish you're using. Alright, so for this one I'm going to concentrate more on the blending of the 3 colors instead of the coverage, because we've already got the coverage. Sorry, I know I went out of view. I had to like see the other side. Alright, so I'm happy with this blend at this point. So now I'm gonna peel. Are you ready for the peel? Oh, we missed a little piece. Now we get to play doctor, go in for surgery. There we go. All right. So there's my gradient. I've got a couple little pieces I still got to pick out there. Mine never peels like that. Great question. this is another one of those like troubleshooting things. I think if you recall, when I was painting it on, protective peel, which is our liquid latex, but you can use any liquid latex. You can also buy liquid latex in bulk. You don't have to buy this one. A lot of it is, I'm not going to say exactly the same thing because there is kind of a difference for nail-based liquid latex that has a little bit of a different formula. But generally speaking, if you're looking for liquid latex, you can get that from like a Halloween supply store. And they sell them in big jugs. It does dry out a lot faster, and they don't have an applicator that's necessarily the best for painting your nails. So there's that to consider, and I think the applicator makes a big difference because you want that precise application. But I think, generally speaking, the peel is based on the quality of the liquid latex, but also just how much you apply. So more is better. Lay it on thick while it's still wet, and the thicker you apply it on, the more likely it's all going to peel off in one big piece. Now, I am wearing a peel off base coat, so mine I think got kind of stuck in the corners to the peel off base coat, but not a big deal. I'm just going back in with my cleanup brush, dipped in a little bit of acetone to clean out the mess here. Do you like how my first 2 live streams were gradients? Because it's all I know how to do well. I just really love gradients. I'm allergic to latex, so that's an issue. Yes, camellia. I have heard people say that as well, that they're allergic to latex. What you can do instead is some nail polish stores sell these like bibs almost. They're latex-free nail wraps. They use different language depending on the brand, but they're just like stickers that kind of wrap around your nail like a bib, and they're not made out of latex. They're made out of something else. I think it's like silicone or some kind of plastic that you can pick off. It doesn't really work the same way because you don't paint it on, you just stick it on. I tried one of them on my channel like 3 or 4 years ago, so you can find that video for reference and you'll get an idea of what I mean. But there is that option for people who are allergic to latex. They're like nail bibs. Or if you want to raw dog it, as Hassan Abi would put it, you can just go in, get your skin all dirty, and then use a Q-tip dipped in acetone to clean it up. I just find that that's too messy for my taste, so. My nails are very curved, so I always run into this problem. Alright, how are we looking? Who remembers the reciprocal gradient? Yes, Moody Exorcist. We all do. That was my claim to fame back in the nail art days, was the reciprocal gradient. Basically just a complicated word for a gradient that goes both ways, inverting itself using nail vinyls to showcase the two opposite gradients, reciprocal relationship. 11 Goddess 86 says, I use plain clear tape, cheaper. That is also another option, which I forgot about. You can literally put tape around your skin, dab on, and then peel off the tape. Duh. That's like Troom level hacks. How could I forget that? Yes, you can do that. I think in almost all cases, you end up wanting to go back in with a cleanup brush just to get those tiny little details. So I'm always using a cleanup brush no matter what, even if I'm using protective peel. Even for things like just you know, rounding the corner here, just making it look 100% perfect. 100% professional. That's me, except I'm not. Because I'm not a licensed nail tech. Don't tell anyone. Even my water is a gradient. Are you guys watching the Logan Paul fight? I hear he's fighting a YouTuber. Oh no, he is the YouTuber. He is the YouTuber fighting a fighter. I don't know. The chat says no. The chat is not watching the Logan Paul fight. They are watching me paint my nails instead. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This is how I'd rather spend my time. So I'm just adding a third coat while you all hate on Logan Paul in the chat. Please be kind. I did make a parody video on him once. Does anyone remember that? When I could see the world in Holo. Remember when Logan Paul got famous for pretending to be colorblind? Or exaggerating that? Yeah. Those were simpler times on the internet. So I just added a third coat of hydro power, even though I didn't really need to. But sometimes I just, I just like the extra security. I think full charge is one that does need 3 coats. This is 2, but usually for the lighter shades, 3 coats is recommended. However, I always notice, like, after I release something, even though I told people 3 coats, there's always a ton of people who are like, oh, 2 coats is fine. And that's because the length of your nail can change the number of coats that you need. So my nails are very long, so I always end up needing more coats. This is the vlog music. This is music that I use in my Simply Nailogical videos. Logan equals wrench. What does that mean? Oh, tool. Sorry. I'm trying to understand. All right, should we add a glossy taco and go to bed? I'm gonna grab my glossy taco, but I was thinking I could show you guys some holo, but it's stuck. I can't see. I don't know what happened. I put my rainbow snow outside here in Canada, and I can't get it out. Hello? Hello? My holo is preserved for all of eternity in this glass box. I'm stuck in a holo case of emotion. And here we have the first ever bottle of Holo Taco, circa 2019. Do you remember that year? Your ancestors might. It was a long, long time ago for those watching this in the year 2067. Hello to the future. Yes, this is a nice paperweight now. I had a TikTok account, what, why, how, epoxy, what, how, why, epoxy, something like that. He does this thing where he seals objects in resin. And so I reached out to him and had him do it with a Holo Taco bottle just because I thought it's absolutely hilarious. So now this bottle of rainbow snow is preserved in this epoxy resin forever. And yes, it moves. The nail polish inside moves. Isn't that so cool? Like, there's no way in, guys. There's no way to get in. There's no trap door. It's just completely sealed in this glass box. Now I have the Holo power. Okay, that's enough fun of that. I'm gonna have him do that to every single polish. No. All right, shall we add a nice thick coat of Glossy Taco? We shall. Roll the taco. I need Ben here to like click that as I'm doing it. Yes, this is like an award. Everyone's saying this is a Holo Taco trophy. I'd like to accept this on behalf of my Lord and Savior, Holo. Praise be. Alright. Now that we've done our Sprite Mountain Dew Manny, looks like, I'm gonna add a nice thick coat, Glossy Taco. Ooh, too thick. And we're gonna seal it all in. Don't forget to wrap the tip if you want it to last longer. And see, I'm also cleaning up the Glossy Taco because I always kind of run the Glossy Taco a little bit overboard, because that way I'm making sure I'm getting a seal over my entire nail so that it doesn't like shrink up the nail. And also just make sure everything is protected full mode. Oh yeah, so juicy. Wow. I love gradients. Adding a glassy taco, a glossy taco over top of a gradient also blends the gradient even more. So if your blend is looking a little janky, sometimes adding a glossy taco can help blend it, just by nature of spreading. Although you don't want to drag your brush too deep into the polish underneath, of course, else you risk lifting it up. When is Glossy Taco coming back? I know. I apologize. I don't know when it's coming back yet. We are working on it. Obviously, I want it to be in stock. I wouldn't put it out of stock on purpose. It makes no sense. You want to see the peely bag? It's downstairs though. It's in my desk. Because sometimes I whip it out while I'm filming a Simply video. I'll have to bring it upstairs next time to the stream room. My entire house has turned into sets at this point, guys. This is the stream room. Used to be a guest room, but we don't have guests anymore. Then we have the podcast room, which is another neon room, which would also be a bedroom if we had a family. And then we have my main nail polish room, which is also a gym. So that's 3 rooms in this house that are have turned into sets. Frenchie! Siler! Get out! Oh, we got it. Ooh, that was a close one. Does that ever happen to you? Sometimes I just end up painting a cat hair right into my nail. I can see the tiny mark where it was. we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. This is what happens when you stream live. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. That's right, Mary. We got the cat hair. Always getting a cat hair in my nail polish. Always getting a Menchie or cat hair in my shots that I have to Photoshop out, but cannot Photoshop out of a live stream. All right, we're going to go in with the last Glossy Taco, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone, people, humans of the world. Enjoy the last taco. I was trying to play it again. There we go. We're gonna close this evening out, this wonderful evening, with a nice thick coat. Don't forget to wrap the tip, because you wouldn't want to chip. Now would you? Nope. Little cleanup, never hurt nobody. And I do that just to get the Glossy Taco off the skin if I got a little bit of overspill, so that way my manicure is nice and intact and has less risk of peeling up. Because you only want the nail polish on your nails, not on your skin. Despite how some streamers may teach you to paint it all over your skin, that's not going to get you the most long-lasting manicure. And I'm here to look out for the long-lasting wear on your manis. All right, it's time for the final reveal. Hold on, let me just close my acetone. I have a giant jug of acetone here that I sometimes think I'm about to drink to because it looks too much like a water bottle. And other times I think I'm gonna knock it over all over my new gamer station. So let's not do that. Some people are asking if you can use a Holo Taco instead of Glossy Taco. You can use a Holo Taco on top of linear holos, but you don't really need to because it's already hollow, but I've seen people use hollow. But ultimately, I wouldn't use only a Holo Taco on top of any nail polish, because a Holo Taco, as in these three guys, are not sealing top coats. They are just specialty decorative toppers that add a holographic effect on the nail. They aren't actually a top coat that seals whatever underneath. Does that make sense? So like you actually need a quick drying clear coat on whatever it is you do in order to properly seal it, so that way you don't get dents in your nail, so it dries quicker and prevents chipping. These are toppers, not quick dry top coats. And I'm using English top coat instead of taco, just to be clear here. So if you wanted to add a Holo Taco on any manicure, you can, but then I would always still recommend putting on a regular Glossy Taco or Super Glossy Taco or any quick dry top coat that is clear, because the chemistry, the chemical properties of a quick dry top coat versus a nail polish, whether it's a Holo Taco or any other topper like a unicorn skin, is very different. These are for pigments and colors, but they don't contain the same quick drying ingredients because it kind of messes with the pigments themselves. So the best thing is to do is keep it simple. A top coat is a quick dry sealant, kind of like when you're painting a car. Not that anyone in the chat is painting a car on a regular basis, but that's what I always think about back in my car days is, you know, there's different layers and special effects. There's like tri-stage pearl paints to get metallic looking shifts in your car, and then you always add a clear coat after to seal it all in to make it durable, not chip, and all that good stuff. And it's the same logic with nail polish. You can do all your special effects, you can do all your holo, your unicorn skins, your fancy toppers, your glitters, but then no matter what you do, even if it's just plain creme or it's like 8 coats of different unicorn skins, always put a quick dry top coat on last to seal it all in, to get it super smooth, quick dry, make it not chip. Barry the Hedgehog says, I took auto body paint in high school. That's cool. Yeah, my dad had a car shop, so I kind of grew up in there. That's when I learned to love paint. Alright, so let's take a look at the finished mani we've got here. And if you've been painting along with me, thank you for being here. And don't forget to use hashtag #PaintWithSimply on socials, because after this stream, I'm gonna check out your manicures and see what you did. People are asking, would you put matte over a glossy taco, or would you put it instead of a glossy taco? So another great question. Let's bring that into frame. If you want to make your manicure matte, I would recommend putting a glossy taco first and then making it matte, so that you get the benefits of the long-lasting and like curing almost properties of the glossy taco, and then you make it matte. But you don't have to. Like, sometimes I think you can overcomplicate steps, and I fully appreciate that. And if you literally just want black nails that are matte, you could skip the glossy taco. But if you wonder why a few days later it's starting to chip, or maybe it didn't really dry and it like squished through and you're getting imprints in your bed sheets, it's probably because the matte top coat, or any matte topper I've ever used in my experience, they don't have the same quick dry sealing properties as like a really good top coat, like a real quick dry top coat. Because there's just something chemically about top coats that I guess need to stay in their original form in order to work properly. So that's the tea on the top coats, the tacos. How many times did I say top coat during this stream? I'm not gonna be able to say that word anymore. All right, so here we have our final look. Let's break out the camera flash. Light up your holo with your cell phones. Finally, cell phones are more useful than just playing on TikTok. You know, when people say, if you're bored, just go on your phone. Yeah, this is what I do. See, that's the holo flame. I don't know if 1280p live stream YouTube can handle this, but in real life, it's unreal, man. This is like a manicure for a vacation. I dedicate this manicure to Ben. One day we will go on vacation. All right, we're gonna switch to just me. Look, it matches my outfit. What's the fit? Summer ocean holo vibes. Yep. Damn, all this holo is turning you on. Oof, it's time to log off then when the holo gets too strong. So who painted their nails? I wish you could share pictures in the chat, but just tell me if you painted your nails. Just say, yes, I painted my nails, and then use hashtag #PaintWithSimply on socials, and I'm gonna, right after this, I'm gonna check, and I'll share some of your guys' stuff on Instagram and so on. I just think it's fun. Yay, you guys painted your nails. Okay, before we go, because I'll let you go, because it's a school night. It's a work night. Tomorrow is Monday if you're watching this in real time. And unfortunately, it means we're gonna have to live our lives and do the things that we have to do on a Monday. But before we go, next week, I think we should do some Pride nails to celebrate and honor Pride Month. I've seen tons of requests from me to do that. Yes, I know you guys would be really excited at that as well. I've already seen a ton of nail artists on Instagram doing that, and I would love to join in. But I would like to make some kind of a donation or contribution to a charity. And I think what I'm going to do is figure out how to turn on monetization of the chat. So that's where you can super chat. But I only want to do that if you guys think that's a good idea. If that's something you feel... Yes, thank you. One more poll. No, we're done with the polls for tonight. But I'm thinking, I see a lot of creators using the super chat function on YouTube, and that's where you can chat and you can leave a donate or you leave money for the creator. But in this case, I would donate 100% of all what I receive from the super chat. I think YouTube does take a cut. But whatever is my cut, I would donate 100% of it to an LGBTQ plus related charity that is Canadian. So they also have, YouTube has like a fundraiser option where you can automatically do it, but it's only for US charities at this time. And I really want to pick more of a local Canadian charity. So this is the way that I could be able to do that and take your chat donations to do that. And I would show you guys, of course, that I've done that and how much it was. So if you guys are interested in participating in that idea and super chatting for charity for a local Canadian one for LGBTQ2 plus, the two is for two-spirited for Indigenous here. We use that in Canada sometimes. Yeah, support Pride and support the community. And I'd love to do that a little bit more formally with the donation and charity as I can. So yeah, let's test super chats next week then. I'm seeing a lot of rainbows, so I think we're gonna do some rainbow nails, and I have the nail polishers for it. So all right, well, this was fun. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for staying up. And we'll see you here next week for Simply Stream Sunday. And we're going to do it at 5 p.m. Eastern, which is 2 hours earlier than the stream happened this time. So I'll change my channel banner for that week, and I will announce on all my socials. You can follow me at Nailogical on Twitter and at Simply Nailogical on Instagram and Simply Nailogica without the L on Snapchat. And where else am I? You guys tell me. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you loved this kind of Mountain Dew Holo Mani. And if you want the electric holos, I can't reach, I'm stuck. The electric holos collection is still available in the box. I put the link down below in this video description box, or you can go to holotaco.com. I really appreciate everyone's support, and I will let you know when the boxes are sold out, and I will try to warn you when the boxes are almost sold out, but as of recording this, they're probably gonna be gone in the next couple days-ish. But thank you. Thanks for behaving in the chat, says Ben. You guys are the best. You're the best chat ever. I don't see anything, like there's nothing to flag. There's just no one to flag. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll stream y'all later. Bye.